Hey guys, it's me. So I recently received some constructive criticism on some of my videos, and I'm here to clarify some of that stuff and give you an update of what's been happening this weekend, October 5th and 6th. So, one of the things I got asked was, what is the Dog River Run? And the Dog River Run has been a tradition here in Norwich, I believe, since the 60s. And what happens is they take the entire Corps and they run them down to the Dog River. I'll post a link with some of the maps to show you guys this. But take them down to the Dog River. It's not too far from campus. And before going to the Dog River, our whole company or platoon does some really cool PT exercises, and we kind of just get to know each other a little better physically. There's some tug of war, and then they send us in. So what happens is they'll line you up as a platoon, and you run in, and the first thing you hit is the worm pits, is what they're called. And there's, I think, 3 or 4 lanes, and they're full of water and mud, and people are yelling at you on top of them, and they've got hoses, and they're spraying you down, and it's actually quite a bit of fun when you're in it. It definitely gets your adrenaline pumping. So, so once you've gone through the worm pits and your whole platoon's back together, you run into the Dog River. And in the Dog River, your platoon does PT in the shallower water, and then it's just basically a test of endurance, kind of. And while you're there, you grab a rock. And what the rocks are is it's just a memory for you to have. It's a memory you can have, and it's your rock. And a lot of alumni have their rocks, and they sign each other's. It's actually pretty cool. In my last video, there was a picture of me with my rock. This is my rock, here again. Yeah, it's a good rock. It's not too big, not too small, but I like it. It was fun. Let's see. My classes. So, being my first year here at Norwich, I have a pretty basic schedule. But since I'm a mechanical engineering major, they've kind of pushed me towards the more, I guess, mathematical, scientific classes. So, basic schedule, let me find it here. I'm in chemistry, I'm in intro to engineering, calculus, general English, and I'm also taking, I'm also taking naval science for Navy ROTC, obviously. So, here's a picture of my schedule, and I'm not sure what's a good distance, but yeah, that's my schedule. Basic Monday through Friday schedule, and then yeah, black is free space. So yeah, that's a basic schedule for me. Yeah, I don't know, the classes are fun. I enjoy my classes. Calculus, I took AP Calc in high school, so it's not really too hard. I was prepared for that. Intro to Engineering is an interesting class because it's actually one of the first classes I've ever taken that combines science and math into one class, and then it can also apply it to actual real-life scenarios. So I definitely love that class. Chemistry is a little hard. I took a little bit for me to pick up my skills back from sophomore year in high school, but I'm definitely back into chem. And English is basically easy. I was in English at NIMI, and NIMI's English courses were super good, so I really enjoy it. Let's see, what else? English. Naval Science is basically like an ROTC class, and we just learn the basics of actual military life and just actual military structures and things like that. So it's pretty good class. It's supposed to get a lot more interesting in the next semester and the next few years, so I'll keep you posted on that. Let's see, homework. We get a good amount of homework. It actually kind of comes in waves, so you kind of have like a lax downtime for like half a week, and then you'll get hit. But it's interesting, so I'm working with it, and it's working out nicely. Overall, I was pretty prepared for classes. That was one thing my criticizer gave me, was I prepared for the classes, and I definitely was prepared for the classes. I went to a college prep high school, New Mexico Military Institute, so I mean, I was basically prepared for college. I graduated with 24 college credits, and I believe 3, 6, 9, 12 of those transferred, 9 of those transferred, but they definitely helped me, so I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, so my classes. Basically what my advisor had me do was set up a 4-year schedule, and my 4-year schedule is actually, it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm pretty pumped up for it because it's going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be quite a challenge as well. So being an engineering major, I'm going to take no less than 17 credits, and that's only one semester. So the rest of my semesters are 18, 19, and 20, 20. So 20 credits, just general number. So basically what I'll be going through is I'll go through Calc 2, Calc 3, differential equations, and then there's so many science courses and like just different engineering based classes that I'm really going to enjoy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now some of them, granted, are going to be pretty hard, but either way, I'll enjoy it. As I was saying though, my transfer credits from NIMI, I gained a total of 3, 6, 9, 12, 4. I gained 16 credits from NIMI. So 16 transferred from NIMI out of my 24. And then I was able to use 9 of those in my schedule to free up space. So now, what basically that allowed me to do was move some of my harder classes into my easier years. That way I can get things more evened out and I'm not so overloaded in my junior and senior year. So, that's my classes. Let's see. You want to attend Norwich. So, someone asked, if some prospective student was looking at my video, why would they want to attend Norwich? And personally, I think it's like the school says, it's a challenge for you. But what I've heard a lot from my cadre and also their upperclassmen is it's a challenge, and it's you want to come to Norwich because you want to get yourself better, and getting better is basically part of that. If you can better yourself while getting an education, and eventually, if you can become a lieutenant in the military, then you've got a perfect plan by coming to Norwich. So Norwich is definitely worth it. You have to put in a lot of hard work though. It's exactly, if you give 50%, Norwich is only going to give you 50% back. If you put in 100%, you're going to get everything you want out of Norwich. It's what you put into it. So that's why you want to attend Norwich, and what you should do, be prepared for it. Be physically fit, get your academics in line, and be ready for a challenge. So, on my final note here, this past weekend, October 5th and 6th, was Alumni Weekend. Alumni Weekend was basically homecoming for the class of 1963. It was their 50-year anniversary. So, it was actually pretty cool. We did a parade originally, and at this parade, a lot of the officers around the Corps received sabers, and basically the class of 1963 donated these sabers to the Corps because not all officers had sabers, and now they do. So it's actually really cool. That was a cool parade. Couldn't really see much of it because, well, you know, straight ahead and all that. But yeah, that was a cool parade. And then we did an alumni parade. And in the alumni parade, we marked all the classes that came to visit for homecoming weekend came onto the football field while we were standing in our formation, and they all got presented awards, and they were just given respect, basically. That's the point of a parade, and it was definitely cool to see that. It was a little grueling. I mean, 2 parades in one day, but what can you do? It's the Corps. Then later on that day, we had a football march on, so we marched onto the football field, and we cheered on the team as they ran on to the field, and then we all sit by the sidelines and cheer on our team as we eventually won. So that was a good weekend overall. One of my staff sergeants was on the team, so he was definitely in a good mood after that. But that's been basically the alumni weekend. Oh, one more thing. This weekend was the Levy Challenge. The Levy Challenge is basically, it's like a Spartan race or a Tough Mudder or something like that. But it's an obstacle course. It was a 6.2 mile race, and a lot of people did it. A lot of cadets did it. I was running it because I was in the Naval Battalion, so I was a road guard, making sure everyone knew where they were going. But it was a fun weekend, and back to classes tomorrow. So thank you guys.